Here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager.
There isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscape.
1, 2, 1, 2.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Home Team Sports TV. I'm your host, Drew Pitzer, joined by my co-host, Jason Bolduc. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. I'm turned up, ready for this one tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a real fun, exciting contest. Obviously, Hedgesville coming here at 13-6, but 3-6 in the conference, as Washington is 11-5 and 5-4 in the conference. Washington coming off a really tough defeat against Jefferson last Friday, kind of taking them out of possibly getting a 2 seed in the bye. So right now, they still stay pretty comfortable in the 3 seed, with Hedgesville right now smacking that 4 or 5 seed. Right now, if they win this game tonight, it gives them a big possibility of being that 4 seed and hosting in that first round matchup, which will be next Friday. Both of these teams will probably play next Friday at 7:30. Washington will most definitely be home. The lowest they could possibly drop, which I don't believe could happen, Jason, will be 4. But I would say they're going to stick in that 3 seed. Martinsburg will be in that 2. Spring Mills will be in that 1. Obviously, with the Spring Mills situation, it's been now 21 days since Coach Samples has been placed on administrative leave. We don't have much update on that. So that'll be just interesting to see them go into the playoffs, kind of still with uncertainty of what they're facing. So it's still a wide open race. Obviously once the postseason comes, Jason, you got to throw all those records out the way.
You do, Drew. And, if I'm Washington, I don't want the voters to have any say in this. I want to win this game tonight and, put pressure on, Hedgesville. And, Hedgesville needs to look at this game as if they're going to, get the win, they might be able to get a bigger seed. But,
right, of course.
They definitely want to try to win this game tonight in order to put themselves in a better position.
For sure, as you say, this is just a huge game for both sides. I mean, obviously, it might not necessarily affect the seeding, but to get the momentum, Jason, for going forward into the rest of the season, now, hey, after this game for both of these teams, they could possibly, the next one they lose, it's over. So you want to start winning now. Obviously, Hedgesville is going to be in that 4 or 5 spot, so they'll have to, if they win that first game next Friday, they'll probably have to play Spring Mills. And obviously that's a very tall task. But we're having Coach Kelly Church here, as the longest tenured coach now in the area behind Coach Rogers. Anything is possible with this Hedgesville team.
So, yeah, absolutely. And, again, as I said, if I'm Washington, I want to win tonight, put the pressure on Hedgesville. And, nobody wants to go into Spring Mills and try to play in that, that environment.
Of course, yeah. Spring Mills is just such a very dominant team. Still the number 2 team in the state. And we are going to stop this presentation. We're probably going to have a presentation for Lexi Adams and Mary Rivera. They both scored 1,000 points, and we wanted to make sure we showed that. But just talking about the game real quick with Washington, obviously Chris Dolman in street clothes tonight. He's averaging 14.9 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, and 3 steals a contest. Arguably their best player. So this is going to be a huge game for, I think, Josiah King and DJ Boardley. Both of those guys averaging double figures as well. I consider them two along with Chris Dolman as the big 3 for Washington. They are the engine. They go as they go. When those 3 combine to average at least 30 points, all those in double figures, this team is very hard to beat, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're going to have to rely on maybe Avery Brown and maybe a Proctor stepping up and giving you some quality minutes tonight. And also Gore. Gore's been stepping up to the plate. And I think as long as those guys can all kind of, get some chemistry, they'll be all right tonight.
Yeah, I think they'll be perfectly fine. Obviously, this Washington team's still very talented. Obviously we'll see who's going to start for Washington, but I would say probably tonight we're looking at, Josiah King, DJ Boardley, Keon Proctor, Avery Brown, and Michael Thompson. I know they're going to try to go a little bit of length. Number 22, Michael Thompson, the quarterback here for Washington, really has come along later in the season, given with George Welty's injury, him not going to be available for tonight. He's going to provide huge minutes and rebound the ball very well tonight for Washington to come out and win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I look to where this team started, in the beginning of the season when I watched them play Spring Mills at Spring Mills. And, when I was watching that game, it got a little ugly at times. And to see what how they've evolved through the season and where they're at now, I'm really impressed with, the way they've been playing. These guys have all stepped up and, they're looking to make a big push here. And there's a lot of buzz in the community about this team, so it's going to be an exciting game. And I'm really looking forward to this, Drew.
Yeah, like you said, speaking of Washington, they still, have a lot of state tournament, state title aspirations. They think they really can go out there, compete, and get to Charleston. And Hedgesville, obviously had that pedigree. Coach Church, he is a state champion. They have Xavier Kirk, they have Noah Brown, possible West Point, enrollee, and Noble Miller has been coming along. And this Hedgesville team, you got to realize, has had a bunch of leads late in fourth quarters and kind of just falter of late. Finding it very difficult, put the ball on the rim, and kind of a couple defensive breakdowns. But they played in overtime with this team last time they faced off, Jason. A very competitive game. Hedgesville was the lead late into that game. It took free throws from Josiah King to actually force it to overtime, where Washington eventually prevailed. So that's why I think, Jason, this game is going to be huge, especially without having Chris Dolman available. It's just going to change up the whole complexity of the game.
Yeah, Dolman's giving you 15 points per game, so you're not going to replace that with one player. You're going to need some guys to step up, like I said, like a Proctor or a Brown or Thompson. But, going back to Hedgesville, I really feel like they've, made some progress as well. They've had them leads for a reason. They're playing good basketball all the way up into the third quarter, and then they're just falling off in the fourth. So they're going to need some guys to step up as well. I'd like to see Xavier Kirk get a few more touches. He's been very productive when he's touched the ball, and he's been, for the most part, he's been very active on the glass, jumping in, getting rebounds, and, I like to see him be a little more involved in the offense tonight.
Yeah, and obviously you have kind of a connection with Coach Church, with your son playing for Coach Church for a year or two. So obviously you know how he is always going to have his team ready and available to play, and that's, we've already spoke on Xavier Kirk, and you made some great points about him. His ability to play, off the pick and roll, I think is special too. Yeah. He has a nice mid-range jumper. It's very hard to find that, especially at this level of play. But he can score at the rim, and he can knock down the 3 too. Seeing him in the summertime and how well he's playing, and not saying that he's playing bad now, because he really isn't. He's had a phenomenal senior year. There's so much more to this kid, and that's why I think he could be a great college prospect too. He can get out there, he can score, he can defend. He has a good body for the game. So I think he could have a great game tonight, Jason. That's going to be my key player for Hedgesville to watch.
Yeah, I'd have to go with you on that. I agree. And I think that he needs to play well in order for this team to have a chance tonight. They need a guy that can step up in the fourth quarter, when they need a big bucket, when the game's on the line. And I think Kirk can be that guy. He plays within himself. He makes pretty good decisions for the most part. I just don't think we've seen enough of him. I'd like to see more of Kirk getting those touches when the game's on the line.
For sure. And I also look at a couple of the role guys from Hedgesville too, like Ethan Elliott and Micah Bowers. Yeah. Those two right there, they bring a lot of energy off the bench. Sometimes Micah starts, sometimes Ethan starts. It just depends. And obviously, not having T.D. Balkins tonight for Hedgesville is going to make it very difficult, especially on the offensive side of the ball. His ability to shoot, from 15 and in and knock down the 3 and rebound. He's a very physical presence. And now I feel like Levi Fairclough, the big man, the football commit, is going to have to play extended minutes tonight. And hopefully, it's going to be a battle of Michael Thompson with the length compared to the size of Levi. So I think, with a minute left to go, this is an interesting game also, because Coach Ryan Miller joined Coach Kelly Church. He was in his staff for a couple years. So another coach from the Coach Church, lineage. You have Coach Van Meter, you have Coach Miller in the area, you had Coach Samples at Spring Mills. So that's, absolutely. You've had, this guy has had his impact and his, his handprint on the game for a long time here. And we're about to have a celebration again, ladies and gentlemen. We want to celebrate Lexi Adams and Mary Rivera for scoring 1,000 points here for Washington. They're going to get a special ball or presentation. We're not quite sure. We just want to make sure we shout them out. Getting to cover them has been amazing. Yeah, very well deserved. Especially I just got to work with Mary Rivera this year at our Home Team Sports Elite Camp. And I tell you, it was phenomenal. But it looks like we're about to have our national anthem, so we're going to sit right here, go off of the air real quick, hear the national anthem, and we'll come back here for the lineups. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. Jason, again, a terrific pregame right there. Obviously, this is going to be a very competitive, interesting game. What is your key to the game for Hedgesville tonight to come out victorious?
Well, I think, for Hedgesville, it's the usual. They want to shorten the game. They want to control the pace. They want to make you uncomfortable in what you do, and they want to control the glass.
Yeah, for sure. And this is now going to be the recognition of Lexi Adams and Mary Rivera, both scoring 1,000 career points in the Washington varsity girls basketball team out here to support them. So we want to say congratulations, Mary Rivera and Lexi Adams, for getting 1,000 career points. No small feat. This Washington team has had a terrific season. Looking to go to the state tournament. They start play next Tuesday, I believe, will be their first game. They'll play the winner of Martinsburg and Spring Mills. Is that correct?
I believe so.
They will have a bye. Again, had a terrific season. Mary and Lexi have had terrific careers here, and there is still so much more basketball left for them.
They have, my daughters had wars against those two, so, they're both phenomenal basketball players, and I think they're both going to play, at the next level for sure. I think Lexi may already be committed, which I think she is in Point Park, but, they both bring an element, to the girls' basketball game.
For the Hedgesville Eagles,
leading off, number 3, Xavier Kirk.
Xavier Kirk starting at point guard.
Number 4, Landon Pence.
Number 4, Landon Pence at shooting guard.
Number 14, Micah Bowers.
14, Micah Bowers.
Noah Brown. And number 22, Noble Miller. The Hedgesville Eagles are led by head coach Kelly Church.
Okay, so Noble Miller, Noah Brown, Micah Bowers, Landon Pence, and Xavier Kirk starting for Hedgesville here this evening. And now the starters for Washington.
And I love this intro, man.
No, they love it too. This is kind of their routine now, man.
Yeah.
Makes me want to sing, but I'm going to save everybody's ears. You see the flashlights coming. The other night for the Jefferson game, this whole place was lit up, wasn't it?
It was electric, man. It was electric.
Yeah, I got to watch that on air. I was stopping at a rest stop about 2 minutes left to go in this game because I was on my way up to Hunting to take my barber exam. And I tell you what, I was like, wow, I got chills watching the game. It was such a terrific game. True, inter-county rivalry between Jefferson and Washington that left kind of a bad taste in Washington's mouth, Jason. I think they're going to come out here tonight and definitely play with a purpose. Speaking of Coach Miller before the game, he's still very confident in his guys. They're going to come out here and play hard. I'm not saying their exact blueprint off of Hedgesville, but you would see how a Coach Church team will respond after a tough loss is how this Washington team will also respond. So Josiah King starting. DJ Boardley also starting here this evening. Dapping up all the teammates. Keon Proctor, number 13, starting. Number 15, downtown, Avery Brown. At the 4 and at the 5, the quarterback, 6'6", Michael Thompson, rounding out the starting 5 for Washington. So Jason, the football is just about underneath way. The lights are coming back on. Back in my day, the lights wouldn't come back on this fast. You had to wait a little bit, get about 15 minutes to heat up. That's not a problem in modern day society, so we're going to get ready to play some basketball. 8 minutes on the clock. Again, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me with the score tonight. I will try to keep you guys updated. I'm also running the score. So my co-host might yell at me, tell me I need to update the score. Just ignore him. But I'll do my best.
I'm not going to yell at you, man. My nerves are up, but I'm enjoying this moment, and this right here just is what it's all about, man. This is EPAC basketball, here at Washington, and I'm looking forward to seeing a really good matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I really think, like I said, the last time these two teams met, an overtime clash, Josiah King knocked down some free throws, with about 1 second left to go to send the game to overtime. Washington ended up winning that game in overtime. So I think we're going to expect a lot of the same. This Hedgesville team, not saying they've underachieved at any point, because I think they've came a long way together and they've stuck together through a lot of adversity this year.
They have.
But man, this team is talented, and unfortunately, not having TD Botkins here tonight is going to change up, a lot of their game plan, especially attacking this Washington front line. But we'll see. I mean, I'm telling you, I think this is going to be a terrific game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I think Miller has stepped in well. And he's done his best. He's long. He gets a lot of rebounds. So it's going to be interesting to see the way he does tonight, filling in for TD.
Yep, and here goes King. He won the bounce. He gets that over to Keon Proctor. A double screen down for Boyley, who gets that over to Brown. Brown at the top of the key. He gets that over to King. We got a double back screen here. Now you got King isolated with Miller all over him. Now Pence on Boyley. You see Hedgesville kind of gave a hard hedge right there as Boyley takes it down to the paint, finds Thompson. Thompson underneath the rim, and it is good.
Oh, man, he even got bumped on that. Still went up with the finish. Real nice finish there by Thompson.
Yeah, 2-0 here. Thompson gets them on the board. 7:23 left to go in this first quarter. Noah Brown with the basketball. Xavier Kirk now goes up and gets it with Boyley all over him. Nova Miller goes to set the screen. He gets that over to Micah Bowers. Bowers with Avery Brown all over him. Nova Miller gets that at the high post. Back to Kirk. You see Hedgesville really moving the basketball here, Jason, as Brown takes it downhill, finishes at the rim.
They sure are. That's what Brown can do. And I'd like to see, him get a few more buckets tonight.
For sure. It's Noah Brown, the coach's son, gets downhill.
He's got the ability.
Yeah, he's definitely very secure with the ball. He's fundamentally sound, makes all the right plays. You can just tell he's been with Coach Church for a long time.
He sure is. And mentally, he's tough. And
DJ Boyley in there to Avery Brown. There is another 2. So 4-2. Kirk with the basketball. He gets it back over to Pence. Pence gets that up to Brown. So you see, Washington kind of in this extended 1-3-1 and then dropping back in time, kind of like a man look. As you got Boyley versus Kirk, a really interesting matchup as Kirk is going to let that one fly, and the bank is open Tuesday late at night.
Yes, it is. And that's what you want to see from Kirk early. You want to get him involved. You want to see him progress as the game goes forward and just keep, building those numbers.
Yeah, he definitely is building them up. I mean, like I said, he's a confident kid. He's actually worked with us here at Home Team Sports a couple times. The kid just flat out works hard, goes out there and does everything he possibly can to help his team. As Josiah King's shot is up, and that is good. So we got some scoring out here early, 6-5. Washington has a lead, 5:50 left to go in this first quarter. Noah Brown trying to clear everybody out. Now you see this diamond press. Keon Proctor.
Washington had success with this at Hedgesville. They were able to create a lot of turnovers in that game to force the overtime. So, it'll be interesting to see, how Hedgesville handles the pressure tonight.
Well, if they're going to stay in that zone look, you're going to see Coach Church try to break that with the pass because the pass obviously moves way faster than the bounce. You see Miller kind of still, calming everything down. Miller and Noah Brown. And Miller gets a great rebound right there. Goes up, just misses it. If he would have crashed that again, he possibly could have got that.
He could have.
But like you said, speaking about him before the game, you were saying, hey, this kid has come a long way. He was not getting much minutes when the season originally started, and obviously with T.D. Bockins, going through some things, obviously it's allowed him to kind of get himself into that lineup, and he's really, made himself an opportunity of getting minutes here. He's a terrific, basketball player. Look at the body on him. He's got to be 6'3", 6'4".
Absolutely. He can change the shot. So when you come into the lane, you've got to kind of change what you're doing because of his lane.
For sure, as the King goes right off his hand, so that's the first turnover here of the evening. This will be Hedgesville basketball. As you see something odd, Coach Church sitting on the bench.
That is odd.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing him ever do that, so I'm kind of taken back, ladies and gentlemen. Noah Brown bringing the basketball to the floor, and Nova Miller is going to set a screen. Way to fight through that. As Micah Bowers will let that fly. Good drive right there. And see Miller, that's one where you got to throw the ball down. That's a pound dribble right there and explode up towards the rim. Yeah, as Levi Faircloth now checking back into the game. 4:38 left to go in this first quarter. And this will be an interesting matchup now. Like you said, you got the size, with Faircloth, but, obviously the length of Thompson will be interesting. And Thompson could step out to about 15 to 18 foot. And if he's able to do that to, drag Faircloth out of the lane, that's going to open up a lot of opportunities at the rim for Washington. As we got the double screen action right here. We got Thompson pop and Proctor roll as King's going to let the three up, and that is no good. Just inside and out. Pence with the rebound up to Brown, and Brown's going to bring the ball up the floor. 4:19 left to go in this first quarter. Brown looking to attack, kicks it out to Bowers. Bowers three is up. Corner three, no good. Keon Proctor with the rebound. Was a little frantic of a pace to start this game as we see kind of a little slowdown of the game. As we got King back with the basketball. Thompson goes set the screen. He gets that over to Proctor. Proctor lets a three up, and that is no good. And we have a foul here. A push foul. See who that's going to be on.
I believe that's Faircloth.
Yep. That's on 25. That is on Levi Faircloth. That is going to be his first. 3:52 left to go in this first quarter. And we got the ball in the corner. Avery Brown. Has a couple quick buckets here as Kane's going to drive. Good Euro right there. Great defense from Faircloth as Thompson gets the rebound. No good, and Kirk comes out of there with that. Kicks it up to Bowers. They got numbers. Euro step into Bowers. No good, but does get fouled on the tape. That's a great
drive by Bowers.
That's a great drive there by Bowers. But the way Faircloth actually ran to the other block, he could have just dumped it off. And Faircloth could have got it easy too. But nonetheless, opportunity to put 2 more points here on the board with 3:38 left to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, and on the other end, Kirk was active with that, that board off the glass, that long rebound, and kicked it right up for Bowers to, get in transition.
And the first free throw up for Bowers is no good. As we got Watkins and Gore checking in for Brown and Thompson. So it looks like Washington's going to kind of downsize a little bit right here, Jason.
They are, but I got to tell you, I feel like Gore has really, for his size, he plays bigger than his size.
He does definitely play a lot bigger for his size. And here we got King bringing the ball up the floor. And we have Gore with the basketball. We got Bordley coming up behind him. Keon Proctor comes off that Gore screen as King's in the corner. Again, not having Dolman here tonight, the 15-point per game scorer.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to adjust a little bit to that, and try to, figure out where to go with the ball here. But I do like the patience here.
As King with the basketball, he gets it down to Gore. Like you said, Gore's been playing really good basketball as well with the Welty injury. It's definitely opened up Thompson as Bordley's mid-range fadeaway jumper is no good.
Yeah, they really need to get Bordley going. He kind of struggled a little bit against Jefferson. He's a little streaky, but man, if he can get it going, he's tough.
Yeah, he's definitely a streaky player. Like I said, we watched him last year. The first time I got to cover him, he had 18 points, and that's a steal there from King. Little Euro inside out, finished with the right hand. That is good.
And King's a stat sheet stuffer, man. He's going to give you assists. He's going to give you some rebounds. And he's definitely going to give you some points. So
yeah, he's one of those guys that you're going to feel his impact not only on the floor but in the stat sheet as well. Is Kirk going to take it up?
Oh, that's a nice take.
And what a bucket here from Xavier Kirk, up to 5 points early with the opportunity to get 3 the old-fashioned way. He got a bank from 3 in there, and he's took it to the rim, created the contact, and he didn't necessarily sell it because there was contact right there, but kind of flailed a little bit.
Yeah.
The official's going to call that every time.
Absolutely. He sold it really well. But I do think he got bumped.
So 2:33 left to go in the first, 8-8. Game starting out just how we envision is Kirk now up to 6.
Now, if you're Hedgesville, that's what you want. You want to keep Kirk active and involved in this game. You don't want him to phase out.
Yeah, and there's times where Kirk will take over in a game, and then there'll be times 4 or 5 minute stretches where he won't touch the basketball or will kind of find himself out of it. If he can keep himself getting touches like this and being aggressive, getting mid-range. Even I know that's a block right there, but the fact that he was aggressive enough to go get it, great chase down from Micah Bowers right there.
That was great hustle play by Bowers.
And here we go with Hedgesville bringing the ball up the floor, 9-8 with a slim lead, 2:03 left to go in this first quarter. As Bowers is taken to the rim.
Man, Bowers has been aggressive.
What a great reversal layup right there.
Yeah, 11-8. I really like the energy he's brought.
1:48 left to go in this first quarter. King with the basketball. He's playing extremely well.
He is.
He's got Brown all over him with Pence now guarding Bordley. We got the ball screen from Gore. And what a shot here from Bordley. He'll let it fly. This time it didn't go, my guy. Ball goes out of bounds. 1:33 left to go in the first quarter.
I'm not so sure that's the shot you want on that possession. I feel like Washington's been doing a pretty good job getting the shot they want, and I feel like that one might have been rushed. And I think Miller felt the same because he kind of took him out. And sometimes, being young, you need a little talk, and then you put him back in the game. That's...
Yeah, and that's one thing Coach Miller plays. He does a good balance with DJ. He knows he's a very streaky guy, and when he gets inside that half court, he has the capability of knocking down shots. Sometimes he might take some ill-advised shots, but that's sometimes the risk you got to take when you got a player like DJ Bordley.
I mean, absolutely. I watched the game at Martinsburg, and he just was phenomenal. He was just pulling up anywhere he wanted and knocking it down.
And Brown with the basketball, he gets that over to Pence. Faircloth, and look, they're sitting off of Pence. They'll let him shoot. They really are not respecting his ability to shoot the ball as Pence has the ball out there, and you see Keon Proctor all over him. The fair calls go sets another ball screen, and we got another foul there.
Yeah, I think Washington's been, they've been a little bit ultra aggressive here early on, and that's sometimes a double-edged sword, because you get that steal, we're having a different conversation, but you also don't want to get foul trouble either.
Yeah, and unfortunately now Chet Gore has 2 fouls, so he had to put Thompson back in, who didn't get much of a rest whatsoever. As Brown keeping him on his pocket.
Brown's doing a good job handling the pressure tonight.
Yeah, he's just seeing the way he's pounding the ball off the floor. He kept him on his hip pocket.
That's a good steal.
And that's what a steal there from Yesdale. Oh, and unfortunately just missed. Yes, Lesdale Machado with the steal. Read that passing lane perfectly. And playing spot minutes. He's doing a great job on Brown right here this evening.
Maximizing his minutes.
As we got Micah Bowers with the basketball. He's looking to attack Thompson all over. Great dip off to Pence. Pence's layup is no good. Gets his rebound back out to Brown. Brown's 3 is up, and that is good.
Brown's got that shot in his bag.
Like I said, that's Mr. Fundamental. When I look at him, I'm like, yeah, you can tell that is a coach's son. He's going to knock down the open shot. He's not going to turn the ball over. I mean, he's had a great first quarter here. That's why Hedges was up to a 14-8 lead early, almost with 14 seconds left to go in this first quarter. As King's looking to drive, kicks at to Watkins. Watkins' floater is up, and that is no good. Gets his rebound, though. Watkins, 6 seconds left to go. Kicks at to Machado. His shot is up, and that is good. Big shot right there to end the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is 14-10. Hedgesville currently in the lead over the Washington Patriots. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew Pitzer. I am your host for Home Team Sports TV, joined by my co-host Jason Bolduc. Jason, a great first quarter. We're going to go over to home team sponsors real quick before we get started in the second quarter action. We want to shout out Catro Law, Ameritech Tire and Auto, R&L Landscape Unlimited, Enclosures Unlimited, Big Mike's Grillin', Apecca Motors, call Jeremy Atkins, Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, ERA Liberty Realty, call Cheryl Yates, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill, Cookies and Milk Daycare, Neil Powell, Goosehead Insurance, True Performance Fitness, and Custom Fence and Decking, and Brothers Ben Blasting. Again, we want to say thank you to our Home Team Sports sponsors. We couldn't do this without you guys. Your support is so appreciated. And again, we're back to this contest, 7:46 left to go in this second quarter. Hedgesville up to a 14-10 lead. And we got Kirk now with the basketball. He gets that inside to Pence. Pence kicks that out to Brown. Brown just hit a 3, and he lets another one go from downtown. No good.
Yeah, but I think if you're Hedgesville, you live with that shot. That's a good shot. He was wide open. He's hit one, previously, so he can make that shot.
Yeah, he definitely can. As Watkins now with the basketball gets it over to King. Back to Keon Proctor. Proctor kicks that back out to Watkins. Watkins back out to King. Washington's going to take their time right here. Get a good offensive set, but great defensive set here from Hedgesville. And really, this whole start of this first half, Hedgesville has done a terrific job defensively.
Yeah, I think if you're Hedgesville, you like the pace of this game, and more than anything, you like the way you're shooting it.
As Machado turns over right there for Keon Proctor. 6:53 left to go in this first half. 14-10 game again.
Yeah, Washington's been a little out of sync, and I think some of that's, Dolman not being on the floor, but,
And we have Kirk now bringing the basketball up the floor. He gets that over to Brown, and Brown and Kirk, the seniors, really having a good first half right here for the Eagles. As he gets it back into Brown's hand, we kind of see a little screen action right there, trying to get Kirk an open shot in the corner. As now we got the ball at Pence at the top of the key. Brown's going to get another 3. It's third one in the last 2 possessions. As Nova Miller gets the ball. Little contact right there. No call.
And that's the thing that Noble's been doing. It's these little things that help you win games. The little details. Offensive rebounds, tips, changing shots at the rim. And that's what I think he's provided, with TD being out.
Yeah, and like I said, unfortunately not having TD definitely changes a lot of things for Washington, or for Hedgesville, here this evening. But having, Brown and Kirk really step up to the plate, being able to knock down shots. Obviously, Brown's not scared to let it fly. He's 1 for 3 right now from 3. But he made that first one, and that last one looked good, too. As Bowers now with the basketball, he kicks that over to Brown. Brown back to Kirk, just swinging the basketball, trying to break this zone look that Washington now is in, trying to slow down Hedgesville. Brown now with the basketball. Again, taking their time right here. They're up 4. Don't leave this whole clock, ladies and gentlemen. I am not kidding.
Yeah, this is the pace Hedgesville wants to actually play with. And they want to finish this possession with a basket, with points, and then they want to make you come down and force you into a turnover or a bad shot. And it's a frustrating style to play.
Yeah, and they're gonna get either a wide open 3 or open layup, and there's a foul right there. Is that a travel? Nope, it looks like it was a travel on number 3, Xavier Kirk. So at 5:30,
yeah, I think he moved his feet a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of got just a little bit of happy feet right there. It happens to the best of us. As we got Boardley now checking in for Machado. Again, that is Lesdale Machado. He had a nice little mid-range pull-up, a couple steals right there. Really good minutes for Coach Miller.
Yeah, he did, and that was, they needed that for a little momentum coming into the second.
And we have now King with the basketball, guarded there from Pence. King's going to go to the rim, finish it with the right hand. Great floater there from King. 14-12 game now.
Yeah, that's a smooth operator right there. When he gets into that lane, man, he gets downhill. He uses that Euro. He can draw contact, get to the line. He's got a lot of tools.
We have Brown now going to go pick up the ball. It still looks like it's going to stay Hedgesville basketball. 14-12 game, 5 minutes left to go. Ball is now into Brown. And they're going to really take their time. Obviously, 2-point lead, 4:55 left to go. They'll dribble the air out of this ball, I'm telling you.
They will, and I think Washington's going to, at some point have to put pressure on.
And that's a good take there from Pence right there. See, Washington, that's what happens is you get into kind of like a relaxed mode, like, all these guys just aren't going to shoot. They're not even going to make an attempt at the rim. And once they catch you napping and they see an opportunity, what Pence did right there, a great drive from the front of the rim, that's just a great play, and Pence is going to get an opportunity to add 2 more to the Hedgesville lead.
Yeah, that was good recognition by the young man.
And Pence's first free throw is up, and that is no good. And Gavin Young now checking in the game. He's checking in for number 14, Micah Bowers. Brown checking in for Jaquel Watkins. So 15-12 lead, 4:48 left to go in this first half, Jason. Kind of really exactly what we expected, this first half to go.
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything different, from a Hedgesville team.
They're gonna consistently, battle. It's gonna be a low scoring contest. Like I said, offensively they might not be one of the greatest teams, but defensively you're gonna get a battle, and they're always gonna contest. That is one thing about Hedgesville. A lot of teams will let wide open threes sometimes happen. They might not close out properly. I promise you right now, the Eagles are going to close out on everything. They're gonna box you out consistently. They might not always have the most talent, but they are always going to do the right things.
Absolutely, and it's why they're successful from year to year. They're very disciplined, and even if they're not the most talented team on the floor, Ruiz and Kelly do a really good job of having the kids in the right place, and at that moment, it's their opportunity to, make the plays.
And now we have King with the basketball. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. Borley now with the basketball. Thompson goes to set the screen. Good roll there from Thompson. And see, that's where you got to make a quick decision on that dunk spot.
Yeah.
King was kind of wide open at the top of the key. You also had Keon Proctor in the corner. So, when you hold it like that, allow Hedgesville to get back in their position, you got to make sure you move the ball quickly. As now Thompson gets it again. Look, you got Borley in the corner. You got to be able to see that skip pass, especially at 6'6". He's a quarterback,
Yeah, I think the ball movement just needs to be a little better.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're banking on whenever the ball gets inside of Thompson, he's not going to see the cross-court pass, but there's been two options. Oh, great roll there from Thompson,
That
though.
was.
Make me eat my words, my friend. A great roll right there.
I think Miller got caught up in that, in the P&R, and, Thompson took advantage of it, went straight to the easy two.
Yeah, 15-14 game here, 3:30 left to go in this first half. Both these teams are playing hard. We got a hard trap right over there in the corner. Still gets it off to Young. Great pass off to Miller. Miller shot it up, and that is good. And one, Noble Miller.
Again, man, I keep saying it. Miller, since he's come in for TD, man, I tell you, they haven't missed a beat. I mean, they were losing some close games with TD. So, what I see here is Miller just kind of stepped in, has given them a spark, and I've been real impressed with his play.
No, he's been extremely impressive with how he's played in this first half. Obviously, not having TD definitely takes an aspect of, your center being able to step out and knock down some perimeter shots.
Absolutely.
Noble is definitely more of your old-fashioned center. He's going to set some screens. He's going to roll to the rim. He's going to finish, and he's going to rebound. And he's doing his job. And that's all Coach Church wants from him. He just wants him to do his job. And shout out to Noble Miller coming out here. A big reason why Hedgesville has a 4-point lead early. And, again, one of these games for Hedgesville, they always find themselves in the ability to be in the lead. It's a great floater there from Josiah King. He's had about 3 of those floaters in front of the rim with the right hand.
He's got good touch around the rim. He understands, what he does well, and he on that play there, he just, made a nice floater.
Yeah, for sure. Just a sophomore, still has another 2 years eligibility. Boardley's obviously going. And great move there from Kirk. The up and under, no good, but he gets fouled right there. So 2:48 left to go.
Yeah.
We'll have Hedgesville opportunity to, again, add another 2 to their lead. So they're getting to the line tonight, Jason. They're doing a great job of being aggressive and putting pressure, especially on that, kind of depleted front line for Washington. That Chet Gore now picks up his 3rd foul.
Yeah. I just love the way Kirk's being aggressive tonight. He wants the ball tonight. He's being aggressive, and he's putting pressure on the Washington defense.
As unfortunately, Kirk misses that first free throw. So now you have Thompson checking back in for Chet Gore. So Thompson playing a lot of extended minutes right here.
Sure is.
And now, obviously Gore, they're going to have to be very careful playing with him in the second half because the next foul he gets is 4 and you only get 1 more after that. So I would be surprised to see Thompson come back out this half. And not having Welty now really hurts as we got Lesdale Machado about to check back in the game for the Patriots and Levi Fairclough. So we got some speed coming in for Washington, and now we got some size coming in for Hedgesville. It's interesting adjustments here from both sides.
Absolutely. They're playing chess right now.
As Brown kicks that inside to Thompson. Thompson making a couple decisions. King takes it to the rim, and what a spin move from King. And one. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What a move from King. He's finishing his side so well here tonight. Very crafty inside there, Jason.
He's tough, man. I say it over and over. He's just got, he's got a knack for being around the rim. And the thing that I like about him, man, he stays poised. He stays under control. He doesn't let a lot rattle him.
Yeah, he just always, you could just tell, obviously just a sophomore, but his ability to be calm, cool, and collected under pressure. Like I said, 2 weeks ago when they played, he had 2 big free throws to even send the game to overtime, which they ended up winning, which, might be huge now at this point in the season to really make sure that Washington gets that 3rd seed and gets that home playoff game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have now Hedgesville with the basketball. Fairclough going to go set the screen on King with Thompson. Kind of a soft hedge right there. It's Kirk now with the basketball. Machado all over him. You got to be very careful. Machado's very crafty in there, too. He gets some steals. Gets his hand inside. Look, he got a touch right there, and they're going to call a foul.
That's a tough one. But, hey, I have a lot of respect for these referees, man.
Okay, and it looks like they call that on Machado. Perfect. So that will be his 2nd foul with 2 minutes left to go. 19-18, the Patriots currently lead the Eagles. As Kirk gets the ball in the inbound, back over to Brown. And you see Washington back kind of in this. Now they're back in the man-to-man. They started out underneath with a zone look and went transition back to a man look. It's a great steal from King. As King going to be wide open down there, but Brown's going to come down and chase. No avail. Yeah. Now it's 21-18.
Yeah, King's starting to put his fingerprints on this game. He had a big game in Hedgesville.
Yeah, I believe he's up to 12 here tonight, Jason. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, the pressure's starting to, they're starting to get a little more physical, get settled in here.
As we got Fairclough with the basketball.
Oh, that's another steal.
And Machado got 3 steals here this evening. Going to take it to the rim. Going to finish, and unfortunately, he's kind of got 2 misses at the rim, and there's going to be a foul right there, and we're going to have free throws. Oh, no, jump basketball.
Yeah.
Jump ball. That will stay. Patriot basketball with 1:18 left to go in this first half.
Credit Keon for not giving up on that. Proctor, got his hands in there and, made the referee make a tough decision.
It turned out well right there, Jason, but what could have happened, that could have been a foul, and that could have been 2 points for Hedgesville on the other side. So, but it worked out well, and here's Machado taking to the rim again. This time he's finishing. Man,
and that's a tougher shot.
He kind of reminds me of a little Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans.
Yeah,
a great hand from Avery Brown.
Yeah.
He's going to dive. Oh, no, he saves it.
What a great hustle play.
Wow, Brown just tiptoed out of bounds, looking like prime Julio Jones.
These kids are so athletic these days, man. That was just such a phenomenal hustle play.
Yeah, man. So they put something else in the milk these days. They got to. King's going to do a step-back three. No good. And great rebound there from number 4.
And if I had any knock on King, I would say it's the perimeter shooting. But, again, he does so many good things, man. It's hard to find a negative in this kid.
He's definitely a slasher. Machado gets his 4th steal. And then Micah Bowers just gets it right back. So, unfortunately, it was just a little ping-pong action right there. Just gets the ball right back.
Yeah.
But Machado, 4 steals in his first half.
Man.
Shout out to the little guy, man. He's out here balling.
He's all over the floor.
You got Kirk with the basketball. He's going to drive, shoot the 12-foot fadeaway floater. No good. 17 seconds left to go in his first half, 23-18. The Patriots have a lead, looking to make it more. Kings gets Faircloth off his feet over to Machado. Machado has the ball. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Kings going to drive. Gets the shot up. And no good, but will be free throws with 3.2 left to go in this half. So, Jason, first half, definitely this last couple minutes has been a lot more fast-paced. The first couple minutes of the game was fast. Then it really kind of got into more methodical type of chess match. And now we've seen his pace just pick back up.
We have. This is the pace that Washington wants to play at. They want to make Hedgesville have to play fast.
And Keon Proctor catches that on an inbound.
Big play,
Makes it a bucket. Washington ends the half on a 9-0 run, down 18-16, goes up 25-18 and a half. And with that being said, we're going to go to halftime, take a couple minutes for a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Looking for better insurance coverage at a better rate, but you haven't been able to reach an actual person? Goosehead Insurance will help. Neil Powell is committed to helping you and the community get great coverage from a local agent who will answer your call. In Martinsburg, call Neil Powell Goosehead Insurance at 304-707-3549. He will customize a policy based on your needs. Call Neil Powell at Goosehead Insurance today, 304-707-3549.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, Sales and Finance Director at Opequon Motors of Martinsburg. Join myself and Home Team Sports TV as we lead the charge into the 2024-2025 high school football season, presented by the all-new GMC Hummer EV.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Opequon Motors of Martinsburg, 838 East Moeller Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25401, or visit us on the web at www.opequonmotors.com.
Enclosures Unlimited is a family-owned and operated glass company that has been serving the Northern Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. areas since 1962.
From the first call to the day your glass is installed, we promise fast, knowledgeable, and friendly service. We are always happy to answer all your questions and work with you to design a space that is beautiful and functional. When you choose to work with us, we will treat you as family.
We can provide an estimate via email or schedule a free in-home measurement and design consultation. Please contact us to get started on your new shower enclosure or glass project today.
Here at The Barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Welcome to Cookies and Milk Child Care Center. We have 2 locations conveniently located in Kernersville and Martinsburg. Our mission is to be the leading provider of higher quality care and education services for children ages 6 months to 12 years of age. We provide the highest quality child care available at an affordable cost. For more information, contact us at 304-901-2961.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
Transform your yard with custom fence and deck, where elegance meets function. Serving Martinsburg and surrounding areas for over 30 years, our expertly crafted decks and fences offer both beauty and protection. From classic woodwork to modern vinyl, experience the craftsmanship that truly elevates your space.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than our...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew Pitzer with Home Team Sports TV, joined by my host Jason Baldick. How you doing again, my friend? A good first half of basketball. 25-18. Washington has the lead. How do you think that Hedgesville is going to come out here and make some adjustments here in the second half, Jason?
Well, I think if you're Hedgesville, you don't want to keep, I think you need to pick the pace up a little bit more, and I think you need to find Kirk a little bit more. Once Kirk got going, it really opened, their offense up. So, whether it's Kirk or whether it's Brown, I just think those 2 guys need more touches and more looks.
Yeah, you're completely right. And, Xavier Kirk, he's leading Hedgesville with 6 points in that first half. Desai King had an explosion, 13 points in that first half. I think this half right here, I think you have a Keon Proctor or a DJ Boardley. I think one of those 2 are really going to have to step up and help out King. Maybe even Avery Brown and knock down some shots. But with Chet Gore having 3 fouls, and Thompson probably going to have to play a majority of this third quarter and a lot of the fourth. Hedgesville's going to have to try to attack that and see if they can also get Thompson in foul trouble. Because if you can get one of them 2 off the floor, permanently, I think that puts Hedgesville in a good position. They just have to stick around and make sure they continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, they did, and unfortunately, Hedgesville spent that last 3 minutes scoreless, and that's kind of been the story of their season. They'll have runs where they look like a state tournament level team,
Yes.
and then they'll have times just of huge dull runs. They'll go 3 or 4 minutes without scoring, and then sometimes they'll score 10 to 15 points in a bunch.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's a cluster of turnovers, 3 to 4 in a row, and there we go.
Yeah, Xavier Kirk now up to 9 points. Big time 3 right there, answering again. Hedgesville didn't score it the last 3 minutes of the second half. So 25-21, 7 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. And that 3 is up from King, no good, but Avery Brown brings down the rebound. Now gives that up to Boardley. Boardley gets that over to King.
Yeah, if you're Hedgesville, you don't want to give them second chances like that.
Yeah, you have to win the rebounding battle right now, especially we have Faircloth in the game, and a great box out there from Faircloth. You can see that football all in, very physical. He's going out there. He plays the right way, too. I really do like Levi Faircloth's game.
Oh, absolutely. He comes from a great family.
A great screen right there, man. Sure, Boardley's going to feel that tomorrow as that 3 is up and no good, but we're going to have a foul there on Faircloth.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive there. He had that board down on the other end. He said, man, I'm going to try my luck and see if I can, maybe get another one. But, again, you can't fault the effort.
No, you really can't fault the effort. Obviously, he's going out there and trying to attack the rim. That's football in him. And again, 6:41 left to go in this third quarter. Washington leads 25-21 the last EPAC game of the year before regionals happen. And this is turned into a doozy, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a foul right there, and that's going to be on number 21, Noah Brown.
Yeah, that's the pressure that King kind of puts on you, man. If he starts going downhill, man, you gotta account for that. So, every once in a while, you're going to get a couple of those ticky-tacks just trying to stop him from, going to the hoop.
Yeah, that is completely correct. And Jason, here goes King driving downhill. And, now it's going to be the third foul on number 21, Noah Brown. And King's also going to go to the line where he's an 80% free throw shooter. 6:24 left to go.
They're calling that on the floor, Drew.
They're going to call that on the floor, but still, that's going to be the third foul on Noah Brown. As we see Brown's going to check out.
Tough. That looked pretty clean, but again, from here, I couldn't see it 100%, but, that's the call.
And great take right there. 15. That was Avery Brown with another big bucket.
Yeah, and if they can get some scoring out of Avery Brown, they're going to be fine tonight. Oh.
And no good right there as DJ Borley looking to push the pace. Picked up from Kirk. Bowers gets in there. Great vertical defense right there. As you see, Kirk comes down with the rebound. He's looking to push the pace. He's got Keon Proctor on him. Kicks that over to Bowers. Bowers gets a screen from Miller. Kirk kicks it in. Great find there for Noah Brown. Noble Miller, great reverse play right there, man. Really making his presence known. Noble Miller has had a great game here, especially in his role. I've always thought about basketball players. You have to be a star in your role, and Noble Miller has been a star in his role. As DJ Borley's shot is up, and that is no good as Bowers gets the rebound.
Yeah, but going back to that lay-in, I tell you, Xavier Kirk drove the lane and made a beautiful dish.
I mean, yeah, it was a nice little look-away look as Miller goes sets the rebound or the screen for Bowers. You got Pence with the basketball. He kicks that over to Kirk. You got Miller going to go set another screen. Miller's just so active. He's consistently setting screens, always moving. Look, find himself by the rim. Find those little bubbles. A little 4-0 run here from Noble Miller, playing his best basketball of the year at the best time of the year.
And again, just a nice little scoop dish by Xavier Kirk.
As we got King, he gets the ball in the corner downtown. Avery Brown, Keon Proctor going to go set a screen that slips it though. Back to Thompson. Thompson's going to hand that off to King. Sets a little bit of a ball screen, and now they're going to kick it out the corner to Borley. Borley's going to drive, kicks it back out to Brown, and downtown Avery Brown lets it fly. No good. Rebound there from Bowers.
Yeah, again, I'm not so sure that's the shot you want. They did a really good job in the first half, being a little more patient and getting what they wanted.
And a great drive there from Xavier Kirk, but Michael Thompson going with the verticality, no call. Great defense right there. Kick it out to Borley. Borley's going to shoot another three, and that one is good. 1, 2, 3 of them, and we're going to get a timeout. The score is going to be 30-25 with 4:21 left to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Here a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Adkins, Sales and Finance Director at Opequon Motors of Martinsburg. Join myself and Home Team Sports TV as we lead the charge into the 2024-2025 high school football season, presented by the all-new GMC Hummer EV.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Opequon Motors of Martinsburg, 838 East Moeller Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia, 25401, or visit us on the web at www.opequonmotors.com.
Gentlemen, it's your host Drew Pitzer, my co-host Jason Balduke. How you doing again, man? I mean, like I said, that third quarter, Washington, they kind of sustained that Hedgesville run. It was a 2-point game. Noble Miller had a couple, rim runs and found himself open by the rim a couple times. But Washington, man, just keeping Hedgesville at arm's length.
They are, but I really like the way Hedgesville's come out here in the second half. They're looking to attack. Kirk is going to the rim. Whoa!
Oh, Kirk, he got up there a little bit. A great take there from Xavier Kirk. Yeah. Playing extremely well. It's kind of almost a coming out party over the last couple weeks of the season. He's like I said, he's had a great year. But tonight he's been very, very good at getting to the rim. As Borley's going to take it up, no good, but is fouled. 3:57 left to go in this third quarter.
You know, and I'll tell you, with Bordley, you got to be careful. You know, he hit the three in the corner, and when he sees that ball go in, man, he can get warmed up. He's kind of I call him the microwave, man.
Oh yeah, like I told you before the game, I said J.R. Smith. I mean, it's just his ability and the next shot's going in. He's always thinking that, and he's going to keep letting it fly as Bordley's first free throw is up, and that is no good.
Yeah, you got to make these, man. They're free. I always told my kids, man, when you go to the free throw line, you got to make these, man. No other shot you're going to get that's this open and this free.
Think about it. What they're called is free throws. They are legitimately free.
Absolutely.
Nobody's guarding you as Bordley's second free throw is up and no good. That's odd. And we're going to have one more shot. It looks like somebody stepped over the line. And DJ Bordley last year used to shoot free throws almost at the three-point line, Jason. You see how he's already back a little bit off the line? He's always been more comfortable like that, a very unorthodox shooter. But last year, man, he was knocking down shots. I was blown away. And now he's a little bit closer to the line and been knocking down a better rate of free throws this year. As DJ's third free throw is up, and that is good.
Well, there's no doubt that he's a long-distance shooter. You know, so that may play into it a little bit, but, you know.
Yeah, definitely will play into it. You know, that's why I see a lot of these guys have really developed, and they're going to good finishers around the rim, and they shoot the three. You know, the mid-range game is a lost art because analytically speaking, it's the worst shot in basketball as there's a foul right there. 3:49 left to go, 31-27, Washington in the lead.
Yeah, you know, and Hedgesville is, you know, they think they win in halftime with 6-7 point deficit, and they've closed this thing to within 4. So they're making progress.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep chipping away at it, Jason. That's exactly what they're going to do. As now we got Kirk with Miller going to set a screen. Miller's going to set at least one or two screens every possession. Find himself on the block. Good post touch right there. Miller faces up to the rim. He's going to shoot the mid-range jumper, and that is no good. Rebound there from number 22, Michael Thompson. 3:30 left to go in this third quarter. And here we got King. He's going to look at the drive downhill.
I think that's the matchup you want if you're Washington.
For sure. It's King's pass ricochets off of Brown, but goes into Machado's hands, and Brown brings down the rebound. Machado going to kick it again over to Thompson in the corner. He gets that up to King, and King's going to slow down the offense. Yeah. He got Thompson going to go set him a screen. He's going to slip it, though. And now you got King. Great kick to the corner. Gets it back out to Machado. We got Keon Proctor going to let the three up, and that is no good. Great, almost a third chance right there. Avery Brown really attacking the boards. A great pass there from Xavier Kirk. Kind of just a little strong off of Pence's hands.
You know, Avery Brown's undersized, but I tell you, man, you'd never know it. I mean, he's giving Washington second and third opportunities. So, you know, Washington's got to be real happy with the production they're getting out of him tonight.
Yeah, but if you look at Avery Brown, I mean, you can see the wingspan. He's one of those guys that definitely has a longer wingspan than his height. And I think that helps him out defensively and getting in the passing lanes. But also on the offense side of the ball, he's an underrated finisher around the rim. He can shoot the ball extremely well, but he can finish around the rim as well. As King's floater's up, no good. Gets his rebound, gets the putback, and that is good.
Yeah, that's just tough, man. That just puts pressure on your defense. You know, and his range and his size, he can get his own rebound, put it back in. That's what makes, you know, King really tough.
It really does. I mean, he has a lot in his package. He can really play.
He can, and, you know, you think about,
wow. Xavier Kirk, bang. I mean, he's out here hooping, ain't he? Yeah, my gosh. Great shot there, Xavier Kirk. Kirk now, I believe, up to 14.
Yeah, you know, he had 18, I believe, against Jefferson at home, and you know, I'm not surprised of what I'm seeing out of Kirk. I'd like to see Kirk bring it up and get a lot more P&R action, you know, kind of coming off with Noble.
And he's going to drive down the rim and finish with his left hand. Xavier Kirk, hello, young man.
I'm not sure with this guy 8, man, but he's, you know, he's feeling it right now.
Hey, he had his Wheaties this morning, that's for sure. He's out here playing 33-32 game, 140 left to go. King in the corner, Cy King and, you know, Xavier Kirk are just battling right now, keeping both their teams still in the game. As Keon Proctor kicks it back over to corner. Machado getting extended minutes as well for Washington. Really playing well. Had 4 steals in that first half as Watkins gets the ball. He kicks that over to Brown. Going to go set the ball screen. Brown looking to attack. Great defense there from Hedgesville. Great help side and helping the helper action I'm seeing right here is Machado. Oh, a little hot sauce action. Uh-oh. Kicks it in the corner. King's going to let the floater up, and that is good. God. Man, hey, I don't know how Machado managed to keep the ball right there, but I just thought I was watching N1 mixtape for about 2 seconds. And is that going to be Washington? Nope, that's going to stay Hedgesville basketball as Borley's going to check back in the game for Washington.
And I would say right here is where Hedgesville needs to be careful. They've closed this thing to within 3, and every time they seem to get close, Washington's pressure gives them problems. So, this is the time that Hedgesville really needs to lock in and, take control.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to get back into this game. Obviously, it's a 35-32 game, just under a minute left to go. They're going to just have to play their brand of basketball. Hedgesville's going to have to take good shots. I think when they start, this group, and that's a shot right there, a big three right there. Yeah, Drew Shoemaker with a huge three right there, and we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen, 30-35, 32 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And again, we had an overtime classic last time Hedgesville and Washington played. It looking like we're going to get that again as Washington looks content to take the last shot. But never be surprised again. You saw how Hedgesville attacked when Washington wasn't expected it. Washington will do the same thing as we got Hedgesville kind of in a 1-3-1 chaser defense right here.
Yeah. And if I'm Washington, I'm putting the ball in King's hand, and I'm letting him make decisions.
And we have 6 seconds left to go as Hedgesville gets the stop. 3, 2, 1. Brown's three is up, and that is no good. So at the end of the third quarter, a 35-35 contest, tie game. You guys won't want to go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. We are now in the fourth quarter here at Washington High School. The score is tied 35-35 between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Washington Patriots. We got Lesdale Machado now bringing the ball up the floor. Avery Brown. You have DJ Bordley, Keon Proctor, Jaquel Watkins in. And for Hedgesville, you have Drew Shoemaker. You have Micah Bowers, Noah Brown, Xavier Kirk, and Levi Faircloth. So now 7:39 left to go in this fourth quarter. And it's sure to be exciting, Jason. I mean, like I said, this game is literally exactly how we expected it. As the three is up, and that is no good from Gordon.
And this is the fourth quarter here for Hedgesville, which hasn't been very kind here recently. So, they're looking to close out a game, maybe try to get into the playoffs with, that confidence of, hey, we can close out a game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you have one of the greatest coaches not only in the state, but I believe in the country. He's done more with less than any other coach I've ever seen, and I've always had tremendous respect for Coach Church. And we'll see how he's going to approach closing out this game. This is a huge game for them. Maybe not necessarily with seeding implications, but to finally get over that hump. Obviously they've struggled really in the end of third quarters and fourth quarters this season, but to win a tough game on the road, to prove the resilience of this team, I think is going to be huge, for morality moving forward. Noah Brown's three is up, and that is good. Hedgesville back into the lead, 38-35, 6:38 left to go.
And that's a great screen by Faircloth. Brown read it really well, came off, was ready to knock down that shot. And again, I go back to it. Brown and Kirk can do this, and I think that's where they need to go to, when they need leadership, need a big shot. These two guys can provide that.
For sure, and now you see, Washington now down by 3. They were up as much as 8, as that three is up and no good from Avery Brown. Great rebound there from number 14, Micah Bowers, who gets that up to Noah Brown. Brown is now bringing the basketball down the floor. Levi Faircloth looking to go set a screen.
Yeah, Bowers has provided nice energy off the bench. You know, a lot of what he's done tonight's not on the stat sheet, but, you know, he's really provided a spark.
Yeah, a couple big defensive rebounds. As Brown's going to get another 3 up, but just short arms out a little bit. You know, I don't think people realize that depth perception in this gym makes it extremely difficult for visiting teams to shoot here.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot of the Charleston Civic Center, now the Convention Center.
I agree. It's tough. You know, my daughter, when she played here, she always told me that. You know, but, again, looking at, Brown taking that shot.
And Avery Brown downtown. Avery Brown knocks down another one. So 38-38. It looks like are they going to take a full timeout? So we're just going to take a 30. We're going to stay right here. So 38-38, 5:35 left to go in this fourth quarter. What do you expect from Hedgesville coming out of this timeout?
Well, I think from Hedgesville, it's the same old. You know, they need to execute what they do well, you know, take good shots. But, you know, I think in this instance, you want to get it to the guys that have gotten you here tonight, you know, with the hot shooting of Kirk and, you know, with Brown, you know, and you want to keep driving, maybe getting a nice dish off inside and for a layup. And, you know, I think that if they can continue to do that, they've got a good chance to close this game out. And
like I said, I mean, this is, you know, the fourth quarter started off very well for both sides. Both knocked down a 3. You know, and that's what, when people get confused, you know, obviously Hedgesville, they see the 3-6 EPAC record. I mean, this team is a 13-16. Like, they've won a lot of games this year by any means. And the games they've lost in the EPAC, you know, you lose 2 tough ones to Hedgesville, you lose a tough one to Jefferson that they ended up getting from a forfeit. You lose a tough overtime game to Washington. You're in a battle right now with 5:35 left to go. You know, in this fourth quarter, 38-38. You know, now you have to have somebody, and this is where having TD Botkins will be huge. Somebody that can go out there and get you a bucket to help Xavier Kirk, who's really done a huge amount of the scoring here tonight. Almost 50% of the scoring has came from Kirk, and he's at least facilitated or been a part of it. As Kirk takes it to the rim, no good, but I like that aggressiveness right there.
I agree.
As Machado now has the ball taken up the floor. Kirk hustles back. He's now going to guard Borley. No, it looks like they're back in kind of an extended 2-3 Syracuse zone. As you see, Miller and Shoemaker are going to play off of that high post man, and you kind of have Levi Faircloth hedging up too as well, but making sure nobody sleeks in behind them. Basically taking a gamble that Washington's not going to be able to shoot as DJ Borley's going to let that 3 fly, and that is no good. So the gamble pays off right there. Great box out from Bowers. That is going to be Hedgesville basketball. 4:46 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
I don't know if King is hurt or if, you know, I think at some point Miller's got to be thinking, man, we got to get King back in this ball game.
And it looks like, I mean, he has his head kind of, you know, his shirt over his head. Maybe something might be wrong with him. But I tell you what, you know, the last 4 minutes of this game, and, you know, hey, they pretty much guaranteed the 3, but if you lose this game, it's huge implications. You know, especially the state seeding too as well.
Yeah.
You'll be 5-5 in the conference. You can either be 6-4 or 5-5 in conference, and I think that is a huge and a little. That might be an offensive foul. Nope, that's going to stay here. I saw a little elbow action right there. I didn't know if they were going to call that offensively, but they said he didn't get his feet in front of him, and was a defensive foul on DJ Borley. That's going to be his second. As Chet Gore now checking back in, I think he's going to be huge now here for the Patriots here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, he is. You know, they're going to need him not to get that other foul and, you know, also provide a little bit of offense as well.
And we still see King not checking back in the game. Still at the end of the bench. Not getting looked at by any trainers or anything. So, you know, and wow, great take there from Xavier Kirk. Xavier Kirk now up to 18 points.
Yeah, Kirk is saying, feed me. You know, I don't want to hear any more about this fourth quarter stuff. You know, give me the ball and let me go to work.
40-38, the Eagles in the lead now. Again, back into this zone look. And now it's a 1-3-1 look. You have a chaser with Drew Shoemaker at the top of the key. And now they're back into a 2-3. They're literally changing different zones in possession. Keon Proctor, great cut. Just not the greatest finish right there, unfortunately. And now we got Kirk bringing the ball to the floor. Definitely his best game, at least for the last couple months. Xavier Kirk back at the top of the key with Noah Brown. Now we got Faircloth going to go set a screen. And Faircloth, for the big guy, man, he's in great shape. He's not breathing hard at all. He's still running the floor. You can tell this guy's going to play, you know, high-level football next year. As Kirk's going to take it to the rim, Kai's going to shot up and
I thought there was a little contact on that.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, but sometimes, you know, the officials aren't just going to let you do that. As Avery Brown does a one-dribble-in 15-footer, that is no good, and he gets his own offensive rebound. That's 3 offensive rebounds for Brown tonight. As Brown's second shot is no good.
It is. Gore made a good play there, tapping it out to him.
As Shoemaker gets the ball in, and he kicks that back over to Brown. Brown's going to cut and do a little 21 action. And here comes Faircloth, going to set a great screen right there. Kicks it out in the corner to Bowers. Again, 40 to 38, Hedgesville currently in the lead. So they're going to try to just get a great shot right here as Brown's going to take the 15-foot free throw line jumper, and that is good. Now extended to a 2-possession lead. We're underneath 2:40 left to go in this fourth.
That's just what the doctor ordered for Hedgesville. I said coming in here tonight, these two guys are the senior leaders, and they need to step up and, get Hedgesville, playing good basketball in the fourth quarter.
And you see, Brown's now in double figures as well with 10 points. You got Xavier Kirk with 18. Those two right now, have 28 of the 42 points from Hedgesville, and a great rebound there from Levi Faircloth. We're underneath 2:20 left to go. Hedgesville with the ball. Coach Miller is going to really try to pressure him as Machado. Is that his fourth foul? Yeah, that is his fourth foul.
Yeah.
So 2:12 left to go. You still have a lot of time. I mean, there's whenever you have this much time left in the game, you don't want to change your principles completely. But every possession now means a whole lot more.
Yeah, but they can't afford to lose Machado. I mean, he's been super active tonight. Had his hands in the passing lanes, like you said, had 4 steals just in the first half. He's provided a lot of defensive plays for them tonight.
And you see, Hedgesville doesn't even have a team foul here. And there's another steal.
There it is.
That time from Boardley. And he kicks it back over to Boardley. Boardley's shot is up, and that is good. 42-40. Just underneath 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. And here we go with Brown with the ball. Now we see Washington kind of this extended diamond press. You have Watkins back in the back and playing safety and somehow tips the ball over. And it's still, Washington has another 2 fouls to give. Not a bad foul right there. Unfortunately, not a great foul. I know it was a tough one right there. But Washington still needs 2 more fouls for Hedgesville to go to the line for the double bonus.
Yeah, and I think if you're Washington, you want to continue to put this pressure on because it's been what's been working for you tonight. Hedgesville has struggled at times with the pressure.
As now we see Brown with the basketball. He kicks that over to Bowers. Bowers kicks it up to Kirk. Now we're at 90 seconds left to go in this ball game. You see Hedgesville, man, they're getting that eagle. You hear Coach Church getting the eagle, and Watkins this time gets the steal.
Yeah, there's that turnover I'm talking about. And this has been the reason why they haven't been able to close these games out. But, tonight they've got a real good shot.
They have a real terrific shot tonight. I mean, they have a 2-point lead right here. But, Washington offensively is so gifted. His Boardley shot is up, and that is no good. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay Washington basketball. 1:05 left to go in this fourth. 42-40. Hedgesville Eagles currently leading the Washington Patriots for anybody that's just joining us right now. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. Huge game. I'm your host, Drew Pitzer. Jason Baldock with me as my co-host. And, Jason, we've just had a terrific game here this evening.
Man, this has been fantastic, man. It's kind of a childhood dream for me to be able to do this. I kind of, was tempted to do a little broadcasting in college. So to have this opportunity, I want to thank, HTS, Juwan Holmes, for giving me this opportunity. Not only me, but the things that HTS does for the community, man, it's just commendable.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy, being able to help out not only the kids, but just the community get recognized. And, there's a lot of talent out here that deserves to be seen. And, we just try to do that for everybody. Jason, you've been phenomenal here this evening. Still some more basketball left to go. Washington down by 2, 50 seconds left to go. Yeah. We're in for an insane
Let's not
finish.
Get ahead of ourselves. This is a good one.
Yeah, Boardley's going to drive down. He gets that into Brown. Brown's shot is up. No good, but it's a foul. 41 seconds left to go. Opportunity for Avery Brown to tie the game.
And that's what makes Boardley tough, because you got to honor his jump shot. And so as soon as you go out, he's able to get past you. Made a real nice look there.
Yeah, and I think that's DJ Boardley's progression from last year. Because last year, all DJ was seeing was the rim. This year, he's looking to get his teammates involved. Especially, I've really noticed that he likes throwing the ball to Avery Brown. And that first free throw is up and good from Brown.
Yeah. And Brown's provided some good minutes tonight. This has been a well-played ball game.
Yeah, stepping up in a starting role. I mean, he's done his role defensively. He's got a couple steals, a couple offensive rebounds. He's got to be close to double figures. Brown's second free throw is up. Good, cold-blooded tie game, 42-42. And with that being said, there's going to be a timeout. We're going to take a timeout of our own. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 42-42 here inside Washington High School. Tie game between the Eagles and the Patriots. I believe it is Hedgesville basketball. Avery Brown just knocked down 2 cold-blooded free throws. Tied the game back up. 41 seconds left to go. Almost exact same script as last time, except Josiah King, at Hedgesville knocked down 2 big free throws that sent it to overtime, where the Patriots ended up winning overtime. So these two teams, I know, Hedgesville could be the 5th seed, and Washington could find a way to still be the 2 seed. But that should tell you how close the competition, especially from 2 to 5, is in this area.
Absolutely. The parity in the EPAC, outside of Spring Mills, it's wide open. Any given night, one of these teams can beat each other.
For sure is Brown now with the basketball. And you think Hedges was probably going to try to take the last shot. As you see Washington looking to trap. Kicks it out to Kirk. Kirk's 3 is up. Is that good? And that is good. Why not? Why not? Xavier Kirk up to 21 points. 22.5 seconds left to go. That kid is hooping out there tonight. We're going to take a quick timeout. Go to commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Oh, my God.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Kirk just hit a huge 3 down here with 22.5 seconds left to go to give Hedgesville a 3-point lead. Coach Miller calls a timeout. And honestly, with 22 seconds left to go, Jason, you don't need a 3 right here. I don't think you try to get to the rim and you try to extend this game a little bit. You have 3 fouls to give. You try to get a couple, traps, and then the next possession, if they hit free throws, you go for a 3. But I think right here, the play is try to get to the rim. See if DJ Boyley can get an and 1. I mean, he's got 2 and 1s here this evening. Obviously you don't have Josiah King. Something's obviously, wrong with him, or he's got a headache or something, but he has not played this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story here in the fourth quarter, but,
as Brown takes it up, and that is a good shot right there again. With 12 seconds left to go, they're going to let the clock just tip. And now you got a foul. There's a foul with 5.8 left to go. 44-45. And, man, Hedgesville, that was a great play there from Landon Pinch. He let the ball bounce, took off another 5 seconds off the clock, just letting the ball bounce on the baseline. So 5.8 left to go. Next foul will be 1-1. I believe Washington has one more team foul, as Hedgesville is going to take a timeout right here with 5 seconds, basically 6 seconds left to go.
This is a good timeout by Hedgesville. They're gonna sit their guys down, and I can guarantee you they're not going to put the ball on the floor again when it comes in. They're going to look to get the ball up the floor without a dribble.
For sure, and this is a full timeout, so we're going to take our last timeout of the evening unless there's overtime. Here, a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Handle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 5 seconds left to go. Hedgesville up 45-44. Again, 6 seconds left to go in this game. The play right here, Jason, I believe, is you're going to have to foul them immediately just to give yourself enough time, because there's no advancement timeouts in high school basketball. Yeah. You're going to have to foul. Hopefully they miss a free throw, but even if they do, it's still an opportunity to go hit a 3, at least send it to overtime. So you want to foul quick right here. I wouldn't even try to trap, just because I think if you're over 10 seconds, you try to trap. When you're below that number, you just instantly got to foul to try to extend the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that for sure.
So 45-44. Pence gets the ball in.
Pence needs to be careful with that pass.
Yeah, no time came off the clock, even though, I mean, there's got to at least be a 3/10 are supposed to come off. But still, 5.8 on the clock. As you got Watkins playing in the safety position right here. Oh, and there's a foul. And so foul with 5.1 left to go.
Brown on that, Drew.
They get Brown on that?
I think so.
No, it looks like
no.
It's going to be Kirk who's going to shoot the free throws at the line. Kirk's missed a couple free throws here this evening.
Yeah, I meant Avery Brown.
Avery Brown, there with the foul. That's his third foul of the evening.
I think if you're Hedgesville, this is who you want on the line. Why not? This has been a statement game tonight for Kirk.
It definitely has shown that the senior, he's got a couple offers to go play college basketball. Really great game. His best game of the season is Kirk's first free throw is good. Gives Hedgesville a 46-44 game. And they make this, the worst that can happen is overtime. But, I think Coach Miller is going to call a timeout right here. He just talked to Ron Watkins, the lead official here tonight, saying he's going to call a timeout, on the rebound. But, hey, Washington has to make sure to get this board, and that is good. Timeout from Washington. We're going to stay right here, though. 5 seconds left to go. 47-44. This kind of gives you, Valdo vibes. They're going to have two people at the half-court line from underneath the baseline. Going to hit one of them, and they're going to hit one of the two guards trailing to try to get a three. There's only so many plays that you have right here, but I would guarantee they're going to run Valdo, Jason.
I'm not sure who you go to in this situation, Drew. Who are you looking to get the ball to?
It got to be DJ Borley. I think DJ Borley, Avery Brown, both of those guys have hit a couple threes here tonight.
Yeah.
And obviously, Hedgesville's going to do their best to take away those two guys. Obviously, I don't know if you're going to have Thompson on the floor or Gore right here, but not having King, who's kind of beside himself on the bench. Obviously,
I would think you'd bring you think Thompson up for his size to get the inbound pass, or
Yeah, obviously, I think you'd have Thompson. You'd have Thompson or Gore in the middle of the floor because you're going to try to advance the ball. You want to get the ball at least to half court, and then Thompson's going to have the ability as a quarterback to hand it off to one of the guards streaming by him. Essentially, that's what's going to happen. If they don't, they might try to get a deep post touch down here. They might try to throw it to Thompson all the way at the other end of the floor. But right now, they only have is Thompson in the game. No Thompson or Gore. So you have Proctor, Machado, Watkins, Brown, and Bordley.
Yeah, and if I'm Hedgesville in this situation, I'm making sure that Bordley is guarded. And they are. They're putting Kirk on Bordley. I think they're not going to let Bordley beat him.
So 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bordley's three is up and just no good. So a great game out here tonight. I know Washington's not too happy with their performance, but a great performance from Hedgesville tonight.
Absolutely.
To finish 4-6 in the EPAC. Washington falls to 5-5. Xavier Kirk is our home team sports player of the game. 23 huge points tonight. Exploded here in the second half. Hit the final dagger here with 22 seconds left to go to put Hedgesville away. The end EPAC play for them. They get ready. Obviously, I would assume for Jefferson, and I would say that Washington is most likely going to play Musselman in the first round. So, Washington, two very tough EPAC losses. They could have been 7-3, opportunity for the 2 seed now. Opportunity still to possibly be 4, but I would still expect Washington to be the 3 seed after a tough loss here tonight.
I think they've earned that right, with their play this year. I'd also say, though, for Hedgesville, this is a big win for them because they not only did they close out, a game in the fourth quarter, they've built a little momentum going into the playoffs. So, this was a really big win for them.
Yeah, a huge win. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you guys for tuning in and watching Home Team Sports TV. We'll be back. We might be doing the middle school championship game on Thursday. Still to be determined. If we're doing that, we'll update you guys via Facebook. Regional playoffs start next week for EPAC in basketball. So next Friday night will be the first round of regionals. We'll definitely be on that for whatever matchup, either between Washington and Musselman or Jefferson and Hedgesville. Again, we'll be on call as long as those are the matchups. We'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to us if you have not subscribed to us yet. I'm your host, Drew Pitzer with Home Team Sports, joined by my co-host, Jason Balduck. And we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Thank you guys for watching Home Team Sports TV.
Thank you so much.
Better than I did my first time.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Think so?
Yeah. If I didn't, I wouldn't tell you.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
I give you overall grade 8.7 out of 10.
Really?
So that's a high beat.
I take it.
I think this beat.
A couple things I got to stop saying is yeah.
All right, absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
But listen, it's your first time ever doing this.
Okay.
You did great for your first time.
Yeah, let me know, like little things like that. Let me know, 'cause I want to be better. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes.
You did great, man. Seriously, I'll go back and I'll watch the film.
I'm excited.
And then, I'll always go back and watch the cast too. Find the spots that make you want to cringe. Like, why did I say that? And then you learn from those. You know?
Yeah, my wife said there's still static coming through. You can hear it, but it's okay.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Great game otherwise, though.
Yeah, it was.
It'll be awesome. I mean, you can just unplug and everything through at this point.
Appreciate you. No problem.
I got to take a leak.
Yeah, Drew, I can't tell you enough.